So we're all small farmers of one sense or the other.
Nevada County is an amazing place to farm, but it's not an easy place to farm.
There's ways to make money in life, and there's ways to really live life, and agriculture is really living life.
I wanted to try my hand at farming, and I had, the crazy idea, what can I do that one, doesn't take a full-time farmer to do, and two, that will help incorporate that farm into the community where I can bring people out, show them, a little farm atmosphere. This is year 3 at McCourtney Road Pumpkins. This field, if we were to plant by hand, would probably take us a full 2 days, 16 hours to do. This piece of equipment was probably built in the early 1900s. It's an antique Planet Junior that I bought at an auction. What it was designed for was planting small garden seeds for homesteaders. I decided I could make it into a pumpkin planter. You drop the seeds in the funnel, it runs down the tube through the seed feeder, and it opens the furrow, drops the seeds in, and then recloses the furrow so that the seed's covered. I think I'm in at $50 and probably 4 hours worth of my time to put it together. I think the new planter is really paying for itself. Pretty excited. Be nice to get this wrapped up half a day rather than 2 days. You're taking a risk as a farmer no matter what you do, so you just have to try stuff. I like to try new things, and I like to see these new varieties. Cargos, then Champions, then Racer Plus. I do feel a little more connected to the pumpkins than I ever did before. I thought they were more of a October treat. As a farmer, you realize there's a lot more that goes into it. I'm writing down varieties so I can keep track of where everything was planted. Porcelain Doll and the Rogue, which is like a Cinderella pumpkin. I might be forgetting one in there. It's always trial and error every year. It's farming.
The reason why we're farming in the places we're farming is because they're really sweet spots here locally, and they've been farmed since the time of the gold rush. We started this in 1997, so this is the 19th year. Where we're located here in the foothills, there isn't that much good farmland. Good flat land that has water is very rare here. Somewhere around 2006, 2007, there was a big boom in awareness of the whole local food idea. So our farm has grown along with that, and we've seen just tremendous demand. We grow about 16 to 18 acres of vegetables for our CSA program. CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. It's a direct-to-consumer model where we make an agreement with a group of customers. They pay us up front, and then we deliver them a weekly box of what's in season, what's fresh that week. We serve about 700 families a week. We also grow produce for a local Nevada City Farmers Market and for local grocery stores and restaurants. We've been working for a number of years to develop a team that works on the farm that gets paid very well to do so, and gets a lot of responsibility and ownership in the farm.
Everybody is in charge of a different aspect of the farm while still participating really in all aspects of it. Everybody really enjoys the work. We're not in it to make $1 million, but just because we really believe in what we're doing.
We're constantly shifting and tweaking. When we plant, how much of things we plant, the relationship of one planting to the next planting. We geek out and get fascinated by that stuff. Food is one of the most real and intimate things that we do in our life, is eat. Making it more real and more alive, that's one of the most important things that there is.
We're on my family's ranch in Rough and Ready, California. My grandparents were the original ones that purchased it in the early 1900s. I enjoy being on the same property that my parents and my grandparents both worked on, and it really holds a special place in my heart. As an adult, I took a look at the land that I had, and producing good pork was always a part of what my family did. This is something that's just a this time of year treat for them. Some apples and pears. There was some opportunity for raising cattle, but pigs work well here in the fact that they don't take up a tremendous amount of space. I like the personality of the hogs, so it just became a personal choice for me to do that. I take you guys in the barn and I can show you some litters of baby pigs and things like that. These were just born in the last 3 or 4 days. They start out life anywhere from about 2 to 4 pounds a piece on average. And then as we move down towards this end here, these guys are about 4 weeks old. You can see pretty rapidly they start growing along here, and they'll quadruple their size basically in about 4 weeks. All these sows that are in the barn right now are all 2 different breeds put together, or their parents could have both been crossbred. Here's a kind of an idea of what you get when you do a crossbreeding program. All the colors in the rainbow, red, white, and black. Pigs are incredibly tough and hardy animals and can live through some pretty tough situations and even thrive in some situations that other animals wouldn't survive in. Most all hogs at some point in their life are going to go into the food chain somewhere, and that's important to keep in mind. I was raised with the philosophy that you treat all animals kindly and with respect, and that your priority when you have animals is to take care of those animals. If you can't take care of them, then you don't need to have them.
This barn is about 150 years old, a little older. It's still totally functional. Fill it up with hay, it stores our grain. There's some neat pieces of equipment. People would pay a lot of money for this stuff in like antique shops, but it has more value than money. They didn't have any vehicles, they just had their horses and wagons, and it's still totally sturdy and not rotting today. It's pretty amazing. When you're raised on a working ranch, you have chores. As soon as you wake up, you're thinking of, all right, let's go get a cup of coffee and let's go make sure all the animals are fed. You're not in a super big hurry with an operation like this where it's pretty small, but you still have to care for the animals before yourselves. This is Sally Walker, and she was born up in the barn in one of the old horse stalls. Horses are pretty easy, just give them some grain. Oh, we're done. You don't need any more. Pigs are only a seasonal thing too. We have them in the summertime, and they get slaughtered in like around October. Day to day, it doesn't seem like you're doing chores, you're just doing what needs to be done, and it brings you joy in just getting that accomplished, and it's definitely rewarding. We also like to have a good time, so in the evenings after animals are fed, have some enjoyment, like play horseshoes or drink a beer, you know. It's valuable, not only for us to keep this, but for our community to continue to have pieces of property that are not parcelized and subdivided and built upon.
We didn't know where we were moving. We were just moving somewhere. My wife wanted to move back to California, and my family's from Oregon, all farming, ranching. We like flipped a coin when the U-Haul was loaded to see where we were gonna end up. We know the neighbor next door, and they're like, oh, George just bought this ranch up here. He might be looking for some help.
He was working at the property just to the west of me. He came up and said he's got a half of his time available and would I be interested?
I was just changing sprinklers for him to start with and helping build fences and rework pastures. Eventually, I just took over the whole thing.
He just has this sense of understanding the land. And he immediately saw the beauty of this place. And it was just like he brought two natural things together.
It was just a three-sided steel shed. This is all the old original tin we pulled off and put back on it. Just redid it and turned it into a studio. I'll show you guys a map of the place. 300 of it's fenced. A big chunk in the middle here is all irrigated. This is all range ground. This little 20 up here, we don't have fence because it's like straight manzanita. So we'll come up around the top of the ridge, and then we'll drop back down, and then we might come make a loop back up on this other side of the ranch, just so you can see everything. We'll have like 25 cows, they'll have 25 calves on them. We'll have another 25 like yearlings or 2-year-olds running around that are getting ready to butcher, and a couple bulls. So total count, we're usually in that 75, 80 range. We're actually calving those cows at an opportune time when it's best for the cows in the landscape. And it makes my cow herd like get bigger and shrink in the same rhythm as nature. So when I have little grass and it's not very good quality, I have fewer cows. In the spring, when I have a lot of grass and it's really good quality, is when I have all those big steers that are trying to put weight on to butcher. We're trying to take advantage of the natural resources that are here. It's easier on me, it's easier on the livestock, it's easier on the landscape. But trying to figure out how to do that and make a living is something we're still trying to figure out. Because you can't make as much money. Livestock's different than vegetable farming. You could have 2 acres of productive vegetable ground, and if you do everything right, make a living on it. Livestock, trying to coordinate the land base required to have the animals, it's tough. It's really tough. So we're 320 acres here. I got another 60 acres of pasture. And that's just to get enough to sustain like one income. You know, I think there's more to it than just pure economics. I love it. It's exhilarating. Every day it's something new out here, something different. Every day.
I see little baby squashes. With the exception of a few years of college, been here my entire life. It's always been a lot of work. I don't think I've fully appreciated that probably until more recently. They had goats right there on the corner of Dog Bar and Carey. We've been farming here for 112 years. My plan would be to carry on that tradition. Historically, we've grown organic peaches and apples. We do a lot of berries, summer garden crops. We are trying very hard collectively to move forward in a partnership. You know, what we are going to grow, who's going to move the sprinklers. I think people, they appreciate the more romantic side of it, of, oh, we have this beautiful place and green grass, you know. It is nice to sit here on a Sunday afternoon and enjoy our surroundings, but there is always something that needs to be done around here.
We're at our family farm market. This is where we market most of everything we grow.
I think I'm going to make a peach pie.
Most everybody that's local comes here specifically because of our peaches.
Oh yeah, God,
Yeah.
that's great. I feel like I got lab. How do they call it?
Oh, they're wonderful. They're so easy and good.
That's what I thought.
Ask Rosie.
So easy.
I wonder if this is
Rosie is one of 7 cousins. Rosie's the one who's taken the most. I'm here, this is what I'm doing. And quite honestly, I think I work hard, but she works 3 times harder, at least. And she's got great ideas. There's your fabulous recipe.
Thank you, Rosie.
Keep the butter pieces bigger than you would think.
Okay.
Yes, like the size of peas.
Okay. Is everything in ship shape for tomorrow night?
Yes, actually we are in much better shape at this point today than I was at this point last month.
Good, so you're learning.
So we decided we wanted to do something like Grandma's Sunday night dinner. We feature what we either grow or could grow, what you could get locally at a good farmer's market, what you could do at your own house in your own garden.
We are making zucchini and potato pancakes for dinner.
I like the next generation being here with some input. It's good, it keeps us fresh and warms a mother's heart.
4:30, right? Yeah. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yosher! Hey Yosh, where are you?
We looked for land all over, you know, the Bay Area and
Northern California.
Northern
like,
California.
You know, few-hour radius of the Bay Area.
When you're starting a farm, you kind of think about what's the 100 years down the road, you know? So, you know, relative to water in the state, you know, we're in about as good a position as you can be in. It's not the easiest soil to farm in, but, you know, things will grow. We manage 17 acres here at the home farm, and then we lease 20 acres from the beer wagons. That's where we're doing our cover cropping program. So that's where the majority of the pigs are. So the pigs are grazing the understory of the peach trees. They're like providing fertility, you know, grazing, mowing. It's how we're able to manage the land, you know, and prevent it from becoming degraded. And then we're kind of constantly moving the pigs, you know, so they're here now, but they're only going to be here for 4 or 5 more days. And then they won't be back here for, you know, 5 or 6 months. So this is what this looks like in 8 or 10 days. Imagine what that would look like if they didn't move for 6 months. Like, just imagine that. Let's jump in the truck. Let's go get some feed. She came from a ranch in Nevada. She works with the pigs, you know, like we work together. She herds them. I would not be able to do this without the dog, 100%. Uh-oh, so this fence is down. It's not good. Here, let me get a little mallet. The deer have been getting up in here. So this is the other breed we raise. It's called a Mongolica. They're known for their fat. This is peas and wheat, oats, and barley. You know, but this is like pig heaven out here. Look, yum. So these guys are gonna move here on Monday. You know, and then they'll be in here for 10 days, 2 weeks. Eat it all down.
How's it going? We might be able to cut it down to size. You know, this is all reseeded, so I'd leave a few to reseed. You know, you have to sort of start somewhere when you're a beginning farmer, and I initially thought that growing flowers was a little bit unnecessary, I guess. I was really interested in growing food. But then the more experiences I had with flowers, I got more and more interested in just the act of growing them and arranging them. And the thing is that flowers make people really happy. And they sell really well for us. There's a big market for flowers. Did I write? We need to remember to get these. I think I wrote them, Shasta daisies. I think I wrote them. You know, they say flowers are food for the soul. The other thing is that flowers that you buy in the grocery store, they're not regulated the same way that food is regulated, and so there's a lot of pesticides and fungicides. So it's very gratifying to know that I'm helping people have safe, locally grown, beautiful flowers. Lines got all crazy. This year we'll have 4 successions of flowers, and then a 5th planting that we'll put in really late in the year and overwinter to be harvesting next spring. You don't have to grow them on a huge scale, and I can still, you know, earn a good amount of income from them. The greenhouse. I love sowing the seeds and spending tons of time in the greenhouse. Nigella damascena, Zinnia elegans, zinnias. This is amaranth, Lisianthus. We sit down to eat at a table, and in the center of that table is an arrangement of flowers. We buy flowers for these really important moments in our life, whether it's a baby being born, a celebration of a birthday, to show someone that we love them, or when someone dies. You know, we look to flowers to sort of mark those moments, and I find it to be very special to be a part of that.
I moved to Nevada County in 2000. I had worked on a farm for 3 years back in the early 70s, so I knew what it felt like in my heart and in my muscles. We grow about 30 different varieties of vegetables and some fruits. I think it's fair to say that most people identify us with our lettuce. On these 3 benches, you can actually see 3 successions of lettuce in various stages of growth leading up to planting out in the field. Each individual head is planted by hand. Within a week, it's cultivated by hand, visually inspected, then it's cut, then we wash it, then we pack it, then we drive it to where it's going. We're settled on having 4 full-time employees and 2 part-time employees. If you consider that if we just hire 1 more person, we probably have to sell $30,000 more in produce just to break even. The greatest potential for making the biggest mistake is by hiring more labor. What that's meant for this farm is trying to farm smarter rather than farm bigger. It's been a very much trial and error process. We're not growing the 60 crops we used to grow, but we're still growing about 30. And just take a look. It's hard to resist, and that's just gorgeous. It's always been a high priority of mine to have a farm that's physically beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, and just to look at it and see the lushness is really fulfilling, because I've had my hands in every square inch of this place. A farm can really be an opportunity for people to physically see where their food comes from.
We're preserving a way of life that's been here historically, and that's really important to be continued as part of the community. We get the pleasure of seeing our customers' children grow up, going out and picking their own strawberries.
That one's yours, good.
The tactile experience of picking something and putting it instantly into their mouth, it's transformative.
As you're taking a natural process, a seed falls to the ground and eventually something germinates and something grows. But trying to do that in a rational and economically viable way requires a high level of discipline and sort of methodical application of techniques. When I started to see a measure of success, it was really exhilarating to think that what I had set out to accomplish in starting this farm was actually coming to pass.
I'm a beekeeper here in Grass Valley. I've been keeping bees here for about 35 years. For a lot of people, if you can overcome your fear of bees, you feel like you're a tiger trainer or something like that. These boxes and equipment they use, these were invented in 1856. It's so old school, I love it. I tell my sons, when you build these carefully, because you're going to be looking at this for the rest of your life. We have 40+ yards throughout Nevada County. We try to get to each yard about once every 2 weeks. So we have to hit like 3 to 4 yards a day. When we move hives in and then pull them away, we leave nothing behind other than pollinated plants. We have no negative impact on the environment whatsoever. It's very nice. My sons here, they started in some of these yards coming in car seats. They swore, man, they would never in their lives be beekeepers. But then when they started getting jobs and working elsewhere, they came back and said, wow, we actually like this lifestyle.
I've got a couple kids now, and I want to raise my kids here and run the bee operation and have a garden and a farm and live here forever.
Okay, we'll disturb a different colony this time. I got a bachelor's of science and master's in biology back in the early 70s. So I give them just enough smoke just to turn their heads around so they don't look at me. I returned here to Grass Valley and became a general contractor and built houses for 25 years. And I finally reached the point where I can make a living at beekeeping. So here's a comb of honey right here. And the honey we sell in a jar is essentially this. Right here, we just scrape it out of the comb and put it in a jar. The bees have no interest in stinging. If you just move your fingers slowly, they just move right out of your way. And I said, well, I've got a background in biology. Why don't I apply that knowledge? And I've become a very popular writer and researcher on bee science and on bee management. And I'm an invited speaker throughout the country and throughout the world. This is looking very promising. I'm going to take a photograph of my own. I'm adjusting the ratio of glycerin. If it's too much glycerin, the bees don't remove the shop towel in time. It stays inside the hive. So this is tracking very well. I'm really happy with this result. It's just fascinating. This incredible social insect that has this super organism with this entire colony brain or intelligence. So this is a full comb of honey right here. And so the honey is their energy source. It's just like putting away heating oil or coal or something like that. So here's a bee sting right here. If you get a close-up there, you can see the stinger. When you're a beekeeper and you get stung, it's like getting splinters if you're a carpenter or getting grease under your fingernails. It's just part of the job. It's not a big deal.
It takes some getting used to, having bees flying around your head all the time. When I was a kid, they made me nervous, and I'd, have to wear a full bee suit and everything. But, it's just second nature now, having bees flying around you, land on you and everything. And it's fun to get into the hives and watch the hives work and see how the bees interact with each other. And it's fun.
I'm sure you have the same thing with cattle ranchers or sheep ranchers or anything else. When you are a beekeeper, that is you. You're not a person who keeps bees. You are a beekeeper. I want my sons to be able to manage bees and do it sustainably and then pass that on with other beekeepers. For anybody in agriculture to have your kids take over and continue using what you have learned is fantastic.
Our farm is a multi-species pasture-based farm that we raise meat and eggs. We use the animals to increase forage production as well as to kind of change the landscape. We started with 25 chickens, running goats and sheep with a small herd of 100 doing little jobs, and we little by little grew our business. We have about 5 or 6 other land leases. We do not own any land, including the 35 acres that we're on right now. Most of our landowners want the animals on the land. In California, land prices are outrageous. Economically, for us right now, it makes sense to lease land. I grew up on 22 acres. Begged my mom to raise a steer when I was 10. From there on, I raised cattle all through 4-H and FFA. My girls kind of all have their own relationships with the animals too. It's pretty cool to see. We can pick out just about any cow out here and tell you who owns her. And they're owned by individual girls. So like Janie is owned by Molly. Because we're still a small enough enterprise, we can keep track of them by name. These cows will be here on this property for just a couple more days, and then they'll be moved to another property to give this ground some rest. Hey girls, come on. Come on. Sometimes you have some really easy days that you don't have a whole lot going on. Come on, girls. And sometimes you're just trying to get it all done before the sun goes down. I have a horned cow right now in the corral, which should be causing me issues. Come on. We are almost ready. Resting the pasture does several things. It allows the grass to grow. It allows species to come up that normally wouldn't, because cows just keep eating them and eating them and eating them, which eventually that species of grass will go away. All right. And we're set to go. When we're keeping their progeny, their moms are teaching them what their world kind of looks like. We can create a cow that is more adapted to our environment. When we get to where we're taking our cows today, we are gonna run one more line of electric fence up and then let the cows out and then turn on the Energizer. Come on. So this is pretty cool technology that we can have cows, goats, sheep, chickens, anywhere we want them. We will stick around for a few minutes and make sure that they know where they're supposed to be before we leave. Because I have things to do today. I don't want to have to come back and put cows away. I think that is really important, to have a respect of the animals and what their life is while they're here. I believe that animals should be raised in their natural environment and have one bad day. And if that one bad day is done correctly, it's not a bad day.
You have a sturdy cutting board? No, it's cool. I'll just use one of these little trays. I'm gonna bring some more of the tart out. All right.
We're major Beer Wagon fans. As you can see, I'm buying peaches from Beer Wagon 20 years ago. Those are my credentials.
Are we looking at chickens? Ooh, wiggling in their sockets. I love it. Proceed with caution. Sensitive. Brick chicken. Turn that one over a little more. I'm going to pull the soufflés out of the oven. Chris is talking to folks? Okay.
My mom used to say we're poor, but we always had steak and lemon pie, so I don't know how poor we were. Rosie is a marvelous chef on her own. She has not taken a course in her life.
It's just sauteed corn, purple basil, and green basil. A basil medley.
She's also a very hard worker on the farm, not afraid to get in the dirt, do anything on the farm, and then go in the kitchen and make something really yummy. She should come out here and talk about the menus, what she should do. Yeah. Where is she? Oh, there she is.
Hi, everybody.
Rosie, we've been waiting for you.
You're gonna have a potato and zucchini pancake, some red heritage variety of chicken. We prepared it tonight with lots of fresh herbs, lemon juice, tons of garlic. We have June Pride peaches in season right now that we just finished picking this week. They're cut in half. I'm gonna go saute them in some butter, and we have some citrus herb shortbread cookies that are gonna go with that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, enjoy.
Thank you.
I really enjoy the process of growing things. You know, to make a meal out of things that we've produced ourselves is rewarding. Happy.
There you go, that's a little improved.
We just have a small garden.
It provides plenty for us, at least.
This time of year, we don't really have to go to the grocery store.
My mom is wonderful. She never told me, you're going to raise cows the rest of your life. My happiness was the most important to her.
Your path is kind of determined for you, and that's what I told her. When you go to school, doors will open and things will happen that are just going to naturally take you in the direction of which you're going to go.
I'm a staff research associate here. I first got an internship and then got a full-time job. It's about 5,700 acres. We border a few miles of the South Yuba River, and it varies in elevation from about 200 feet up to 2,000 feet. My work has revolved around the effect of an invasive plant called Medusa head on beef cattle gains. It's everywhere. It's not really desired because it creates this thick thatch. Wildlife don't like it. Livestock don't like to eat it either. We work with all foothill landscapes, but our closest partners are mostly in Nevada County. My grandfather, my grandfather's grandfather had been tied to the land. I always thought agriculture was that romantic, hardworking, fulfills the soul type of career pathway. I'm one of the unique ones that didn't want to go off and do something else.
That one's perfect. Ranching isn't just a career, it's a total lifestyle. I guess we'll have eggplant for dinner tonight. These aren't quite as big as we put in fare. You have to want to be here.
Yeah, and I do. It's a nice spot.
We start off kind of slow until about 11 o'clock, and then people start rolling in. Our day goes fast for those of us that are there because we're constantly making loads with the hayride and, checking to make sure everybody's doing well and happy. It was something I always remember as a child, when we went to somewhere special where you only go there once a year or a couple of times a year. It makes you feel really good as the person that's helping to put this on, that you're making those memories with them.
You get to see the families enjoying the hard work we put into it this year. It makes it all come together. It's nice. You go home with a smile. Your face hurts by the end of the day because you've been smiling so much.
I wanted a place that not only was good for my family, but where we could, share that with the rest of the community. It's been a success so far, so looking forward to the future and beyond.
If I can find one I can pull out of here. This is my junk pile. Every farmer's got one. This is just where all things come, not necessarily to die, but come to live until we need them again. I'm really trying to cut down on it a little bit, but I can't quite bring myself to part with all of it. We're down to the point where we only got 15 or 20, 55-gallon drums here when we used to have 40 or 50, old car parts, and old hog feeders, and pipes that were salvaged from old snow poles off the road. If I've got to build a gate or do something, I come here and look to see what I have first. Kind of the concept of, instead of thinking what you want for dinner, going to the freezer first and seeing what you have for dinner. That's kind of some of the old thinking that's kind of coming back when people say repurpose now. We're the original repurposers, I guess. If I have a project that I have to do and I can come down here to my junk pile and pull out what I need to do without having to make a trip to the hardware store. That really gives you a sense of accomplishment, and I don't know, it's kind of a warm, fuzzy feeling, I guess.
These boxes are all sauce tomatoes that have been pre-ordered by customers. We're on our way to the Nevada City Farmers Market. It starts the first Saturday in June and goes all the way to the Saturday before Thanksgiving. And there's really no other single market as beneficial to the farm as this is. We're here.
Welcome to my world.
We get to see the other farmers, the other vendors. It's a real great community spirit that has characterized this market from the very beginning. There's a whole group of people who are members of the community that don't sell anything here, but they come early in the morning and help set up the market. It's really something. Oh, something smells so good. I want to eat.
You know, you sell in a grocery store, you don't get any feedback. You want to do the two smaller ones that'll add up to about 3 pounds? Here is a 1.98, and I do have a couple of the boneless sirloin roasts. I get to chat with every single customer and build a lot of relationships.
But I'm cooking a bunch of different stuff too. I'm gonna do a bunch of sausages.
Which is fun.
He's a nice guy.
We're happy to help. A community doesn't just exist, it actually sustains itself. Are you ready, John Lee? You buy something from me, but you consume that thing, and it becomes part of your body. It's a really rich experience when you're on the giving end of that.
When people came out here and homesteaded this in the 1800s, everyone had to work together in order to survive out here.
If you didn't want to help your neighbor, that means you're both going to fail.
We're farmers. To some extent, that means we're technicians, we're agriculturalists, we're mechanics, but we're also members of the community, and we're feeding members of the community.
If we value local food economies, highly nutritious food, we as a community and a society need to also think about ways to support the small farming community.
The price of a carrot is set by farms with 8,000 to 12,000 acres. We're producing a very different quality product. We need to get a better price for it.
Without the support of local people, small family farms will just disappear from the landscape.
There's lots of ways that we can work with each other to try and, make it more, for all of us.
From time to time, people ask me, what can I do to support local farms? There's really only one good answer to that, and that is seek out local products wherever they happen to be, whether it's the grocery store or a restaurant. That in itself is enough. Really, it is enough.
Flowers have been going out for a little while now, and we're learning more about each other.
It's okay. I'm taking this opportunity to post on Instagram. I hate social media.
All day long, what we're doing is this. Put your finger in. Down. Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
So you could fly around and the squeeze is sliding around, and it was a blast. This is the dumbest thing I have ever done, and if my wife finds out, she's gonna kill me. Don't put that on film.
Action. All right, how do I look? All right, we're good?
It's authentic. We didn't really clean up for you guys. I'm sorry.
I was kind of clearing brush from the edge of one of our fields there. I fell into a hand-dug well. Luckily, it wasn't very deep, but that was kind of amusing.
You think I'm talking too much?
Oh, I just want to talk.
Okay.
I'm going to pause for a second. I'll let you guys have a taste if you want.
To get as, that's them drinking out of the water and the water squeaks. So, yeah, I'm not a plumber, I'm a farmer, okay? So